Hello, everybody. Once again, it's Nick, and today I come to you with something actually super cool that I've been working on since last night. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit of a pain and a lot of struggle, but I managed and I'm super happy with it. So, the idea was that I kind of didn't like the classic reload animation for the assault rifle, so I wanted to make something a little bit cooler. Sorry, let me switch to headphones. I wanted to make something a little bit cooler, so I decided to do this. Oh man, this is so cool. I absolutely love it. Like, launch the magazine and inserts a new one, and you see the magazine disappears as well, and the character inserts a new one inside. It's kind of a trick. He's not really holding the magazine in his hand. It's more like it's just a visual trick, but I'll show you how. I honestly love it. Now, it's a lot of stuff. It's gonna be a pretty long video, but yeah, I mean, you can get it done too. I will follow from the updates on Git because really I put so much shit in this code that I don't even remember. Like, it's taken me hours. So we need to start with Blender. Now, if you don't have Blender, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Download it right now, because we're gonna have to change the mesh, right? So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go to assets. We're gonna want to go into the, where is it, military weapons. Perfect. And here we have our assault rifle, right? Like, now ignore I have another one. I was just testing. I'll get rid of it. But as you can see in here, I have a static mesh, which is just a magazine. Mind you, it's a static mesh. It's not a skeletal mesh. Okay, this is what I use to eject from the weapon, right? So basically, Jesus, I lost it. Okay, cool. You're gonna want to select the, Christ, what was it? Yes, the actual skeletal mesh. So the assault rifle _A, and you're gonna want to export it, right? You just go into asset actions and you export it. Then pretty much what I did was I went into the desktop. I had a folder here, and I exported it as ignore the name. Just name it what you want. And like, I think I would export it as assault rifle. No, sorry, just export it as a magazine. That's it. And you're done. It's gonna export an FBX. Just say, I'm just giving a random name now. I'm not gonna redo it, but it's gonna pop up like with this window. Just leave it as it is and hit export. Once you're done, pretty much, you open Blender. Let me make a new one because I still have this one open. Don't save. Okay, and we're inside the cube. Great. So delete the cube. Classic Blender action to do. It's a ritual. If you don't do it, do it. And we're gonna want to import an FBX, and of course we're gonna import our amazing okay, it was this one for me, right? You're gonna be presented with this when you import it, right? These are the bones, this is the mesh. Now, if you've ever used Blender, you would think, oh, that's easy. Well, I'm just gonna go on and delete stuff. Don't. You're gonna have a bad time. So what you want to do first of all is you want to select the mesh. You go into edit mode, and now if you start selecting stuff individually, it's gonna be just a nightmare. Like, this gun has, if you go here, you click this in edit mode, mind you need to be in edit mode. It has some vertex groups, right? And one of these vertex groups is called clip bone. Don't mind if you don't see clip bone eject, you won't see it. This is something I added because I was testing things. So on clip _bone, you want to select this, and as you can see, it selects only the clip, or well, actually the magazine. Now, what you want to do is you want to hit Control I to invert the selection. You will see for me, it's the magazine selected. You will not see this because I have two magazines. I was, like I said, testing. Then you hit X and you delete vertices. And that's it. They're all gone. Now, this, mind you, is still a skeletal mesh. This is not going to be a static mesh because it still has a skeleton attached to it, right? Like if I move the skeleton, it will move also the magazine, right? Like the magazine can move by itself, but it's still attached to the mesh. So what you want to do is you want to select the magazine, then you want to hit Alt P, so Alt P, and you want to clear parent, but don't click this. You need to clear and keep transformation, because if you clear parent, hello, you have a massive ass magazine, which now is going to be a nightmare because it doesn't keep, it will not retain the place where it was, and it's going to be massive, so you don't want to have that. So instead, if you hit Alt P, you can clear and keep transformation, and it's going to stay there, and then you can go on and delete everything else. So I don't know why there are two cameras in there. Then you can delete Assault Rifle A, and congratulations, you now have a static mesh where you have just the magazine. Now, you may want to actually go in and select, like go into edit mode, select these three faces, and then you click Ctrl L to select everything. It's not going to select everything, so you can start by deleting these with X, delete vertices, and then you just go on and delete the rest. I don't know why, but this mesh, like it's all like unlinked, as in there is not fused together, which is really strange, to be honest. I've rarely seen this, but if you start to move stuff around, it's like, I don't know why they've done this. If it really bothers you, you can go and like you can go on and actually fuse it. If you can use Blender, it's like, this would take time to explain, but screw it. Like if you can do it, do it. But I don't know. I'm just not gonna touch it. But it's extra. It's actually extra vertices around, because this is two vertices. It's like one here and one here. It's all extra vertices. I don't know why they did this, but it's fine. So once you're done, you're gonna want to then go into File, Export, FBX, and then you just want to go back into the folder where you were before, and yeah, you just like export it as, for me, I said I put it down as AR magazine. Just export it, don't touch anything else. Then what you want to do is you want to go back into Unreal Engine, and you can pretty much drag and drop it. Like you just drag drop, you'll get a dialog window. There it is, drag and drop. Ah, Christ. Okay, it re-imported the thing for me, but if you don't have it, you'll just get a dialog window, and like that's it. Just import it, and it's fine. You will notice though one thing: it will create a material, and the thing will be completely white. It's gonna look exactly like this. Okay, don't panic. It's all good. You just gotta go here, hit M_assault rifle 01, and that's it. You got your clip. I mean, or magazine, whatever. Should be magazine technically. And in my case, if you notice, you can't see. I know, then this version I didn't delete them actually. Oops. But if you did what I did, then you will not see the bullets. Yeah, in this case, I actually didn't do it. I noticed it after. I was like, God damn it, I should have done it. That's okay. You won't really notice it, but it's extra polys that you can avoid having, to be honest. Then you can just close out of this, and now we get to the C++ nightmare. Okay, like I said, let's gonna go this through Git, because it was so many changes that like I was going insane. Right, so I created a new C++ class, right? I went to C++ classes, blaster, weapon. Yep, and here I just created C++ class based on actor, as you can see, and I called it magazine, just the same as casing. It uses the exact same principle, so it's an almost identical copy. Like, I didn't want to have problems making a child class of casing, because if I want to change something, then it's gonna screw the magazine up. I just opted for making an extra C++ class, and this we can actually probably follow here. So commented out tick, because no need for tick. That's it. Public is that constructor, and then on the private I put a U property visible anywhere, and it's a U static mesh component pointer magazine mesh. That's what I called it. And then we get a float magazine ejection impulse, which shoots the magazine out of the gun. and then you get a usound queue for class forwarded, so like forward the class pointer, magazine sound, and then two bools, B sound played and B has hit. And then you just go into the CPP and copy what I did. It's pretty much like you're disabling tick because we don't need it. Then magazine mesh, you create a default sub object as usual, give it a name, then you set the root component as magazine mesh, and then magazine mesh, set collision responsive channel. Honestly, if you did what Steve did for the casing, just copy paste this. Like seriously, copy paste it. Watch out, because if you copy paste, you're gonna have casing mesh. You're gonna have to put in there magazine mesh instead. So put in magazine mesh and leave everything as it is because it's fine. Then I put in here in the constructor like like an amount. We're gonna be able to edit this in Blueprint anyway, but I just wanted to initialize it to 200. Then bsound played is default by false, and set lifespan 15 seconds. In my case, you can put more, you can put less, whatever you want. Then magazine mesh on component hit, add dynamic this and you get the pointer of a magazine on hit. And then magazine mesh, add impulse, get actor forward vector, you multiply it by magazine ejection impulse, which is this. Then you have the classic on hit function, which is if B sound played and magazine sound, then you gain play statics, play sound at location, this magazine sound, get actor location, and B sound played will be true. Then this concludes the part for magazine. Now let me go see where I did the changes. Okay. Now that I commented it out. Christ, I did so much stuff. It's magazine animation. No, that's a new one. Okay, I did a commit already yesterday, apparently. Yeah, I must have. Okay, so I did a couple things, I'm pretty sure, in weapon.age and CPP. Let me just double check. Yes, okay, I found the function. So basically, under play reload montage that we did with Steve, you will see eject magazine and magazine animation, like ignore them for now. But I made two new void functions. One is called magazine animation, one is called eject magazine. Okay, like we're gonna worry about this one for now. The other one will come after. I put a basic log for debugging because it wasn't showing up at first. Then it worked. So here we do a basic cast. So we get the equip weapon. So we're calling a weapon. You should already have a weapon included technically, but make sure you have it included or it won't work. And also you need the include for use skeletal mesh socket, which is there you go, engine / skeletal mesh socket.h. And also you want to include obviously the magazine.h, which in my case is in blaster / weapon / magazine.h. Then let me find it again. Don't make me look for it. Okay, yeah, there you go. Right, so we do this basic cast. So we cast a weapon, get combat, equip weapon. Then we have a const use skeletal mesh socket, which is magazine eject socket, which is equal to equip weapon, get weapon mesh, get socket by name, and then we get the f name magazine eject. Now this is a socket I created onto the skeleton, which I believe I attached to the grip, if I'm not wrong. Let me go check. Where is it? Skeleton. Assault rifle A skeleton. Magazine eject. There it is. You will see it moved. There is a very good reason for it, because if like I was tweaking it as I was playing the animation in the Pi, because it just didn't look right. Like with the position here, it actually looks right. It's strange, but it works for some reason. If you want to copy the details, I don't know, like the relative location is this. So if you want to copy the details and the rotation as well, like, yeah, just copy everything. And it's, I mean, you can also tweak it yourself, you know, but of course, like, this is what worked for me. Going back to C++, where were we? Yes, you want to put exactly the same name. So for me, it was this name, magazine eject, with capital M and E. And then if magazine eject socket, which we got here, F transform socket transform equals to magazine eject socket, and then you get the socket transfer, equip weapon, get weapon mesh. Then we have a check here. So you world, get world. So if world, then here we set the timer to spawn the magazine after, I put 1 second because I was testing it, but it's gonna be 0.2 seconds. And this is because the animation will start, and if you shoot out the magazine right away, it's gonna look really, really weird. So now we get an F timer handle, which is timer handle, then world, get timer manager, set timer, and we set the timer. You can copy this. And then this is the actual spawn actor. Here is gonna spawn the magazine, the same way we spawn the casing. So a magazine, pointer, spawn magazine equals to world, spawn actor, and a magazine, which takes in, yes, finally, which takes in the U class, and then F vector, and then an F rotator, so you can see them there. So the class is the magazine class, socket transfer, get location, so it gets location, and then it gets rotation as well. And then of course you're gonna put in there like the time. So for me, I wanted to put it 0.2 seconds and false. And that's it for the eject magazine. So now if you compile, what you will see in the pie when you go play, mind you, this is also replicated. I mean, like, it's not exactly replicate. No, it is actually. Shit. Oops. Wait a second. Let me check. Don't mind the music. The amazing music of my game. Wait, where is the... Ah, yeah, of course I had to bug out. Yes, bugged out because of reloading, hot reloading. I would need to close the editor and everything. But what you will see is that it will just launch the magazine. You need to give it a bit of a higher impulse if you can't see it. Like, I think I put like 400 or something like that. Mind you that you need to go to the blueprints character because we put it into the BP character. We didn't put it in the weapon. I mean, you can change that if you want, but the magazine class is gonna be here, which is gonna be BP magazine. So you need to keep that in mind. Sorry, let me save real quick, and I will actually close out of the editor and recompile from. I hate this thing. Yeah. Okay. So now it should work. What you will see, you will see the magazine shooting out like that, right? But the clip will still be attached to the weapon, so you won't see the clip disappearing, obviously, because we didn't set that up. You will only see the magazine flying off. And as you can see, it's exactly that mesh. It looks really cool. Ah, yeah, one important detail. Oopsie doopsie. You're gonna wanna go to blueprints, weapon. You wanna go. I made a new folder, magazine, and I create a new blueprint class, and the parent class is obviously gonna be the C++ class we just made. So if you go into class defaults, see, parent class is magazine. You need to have that. And just you select the skeletal mesh, static mesh, my bad, as AR magazine, which is the one we fixed up in Blender and imported. And that's it. You can use that one, and that's what it will shoot out of the weapon. Now, for the clip disappearing, I cheated a little bit. So what I did is that I went into animation. I went to the folder assets. Then I went to, where is it? Military weapon silver, weapons, and I dragged in the skeletal mesh. Like, I just dragged in the skeletal mesh like this. And then you want to create a level sequence. In my case, I put it in the, I'm just gonna redo it so you can see it. I put it in assets, again, military weapon silver, weapons, and I called it, I really don't remember. You can call it whatever you want. I'm just gonna call it testing sequence. We're gonna do this because you need to create a new animation, and using the fire animation is not gonna cut it. It's way too short. We're gonna just create, and also there's already stuff like pulling the trigger, and there is the receiver moving. You don't want any of that. You just want something plain as this. Now we're gonna want to see the how long the actual animation is for reloading, and I remember it was like 58 seconds, I believe. So I just remember I put it to 60 seconds, reduced it to 60, like that. So now it's just an empty like animation sequence with nothing inside. That's what you want. And then oh boy. No, yeah, you want to add track. Sorry, add track, and then you hit assault rifle A. My bad, that's it. I was missing this part. So you add a new track, you input like assault rifle A, and that's all you need pretty much. After you're done with that, you want to right click on assault rifle A, and you want to bake animation sequence. And then you give it a nice name, and you save it into the military weapon silver folder like I did. And that's gonna be it. Then, in my case, I named it, I need to fix up my naming. It's actually pretty terrible because I also have other stuff. Let me find it. Jesus, where did I put it? Sorry, I'll pause and find it. Yes, I couldn't find it because I was in the wrong folder. I put it into animations. Anyway, I called it Assault Rifle Reload Sequence Bake. And here comes the trick. It's glorious. I mean, it's really stupid, but hey, it works. So if it works, is it really stupid? So we start at 0, and I just put in a key at 0 so that everything is the same. Then at 12 frames, that is when we're launching the clip, right? So at that moment, I put another key so that I made sure that nothing changed. And then here, the frame after, I reduced the scale to 0. You can it's not perfect, you can see it, but really, like, in the game you cannot see it, but here you can. I actually kind of messed up. You can always fix it, you know, I will fix it, but it's pretty funny. Basically, Jesus Christ, okay. So the scale, it basically gets quashed to 0 for everything on the X, Y, and Z axes. So it's gone. It's basically gone, but it hasn't moved. It's just 0 scale. And then it goes through, and around the frame 50 something, like 50, 51, well, it grows back. Look at that. I need to fix this, but I did it really fast, so it's okay. And besides, you cannot really notice it anyway because the hand of the character is gonna be there. And here, basically, you gotta make sure that it's gone for the whole duration, and here, boop, it just pops back like that. And then if you want, you can bake this into, I suggest you not to actually create a new animation. Just keep it like this for now. When you're satisfied with it, then you can bake it into a new animation. But for now, just keep it like this because you want to maybe change it. Then I saved, and then I went to C++ again. And here, there you go. I made a new function called magazine animation. It's just a simple void function. Let me actually check if I put something special. No, it's just, see, two simple void functions: void eject magazine and void ejection magazine animation. And then again, we get the cast because we need it. UAnimation asset pointer, maganim, that's what I called it. Then you get equipped animation, get magazine animation, equip weapon, get weapon mesh, play animation, which is maganim, and false. Wait, what was false? I don't remember. I think it was asking if it's looping. So yeah, no, that put false because we don't want it to loop. And then I just added it here into our EWT assault rifle, which is the case where we play the animation for reloading the assault rifle. So here in this case, I put eject magazine and magazine animation. Remember, eject magazine was the magazine flying off, and magazine animation was this one. So now we gotta go to the weapon. Yes, gotta go to the weapon BP. Blueprints, weapon. Yes, BP assault rifle. And we just look for mag. yeah, magazine animation, and I put that animation reload that the clip just implodes into nothingness and then returns out of the void. And yeah, like you just put that one in, and that's it. When you go play, that's what you will see. I love it, honestly. Now I didn't show it from a client, but this is a client. Client will have the same exact thing. And of course, you can see it from the server too. So let me, yeah, this is the server. Put him in a position that you can actually see. Here, okay. Client is here. There you go. You can see it. Honestly, I know it's a lot of work, but hell, like, I love this animation. It's my favorite animation. Absolutely glorious. It looks really good. Right. Well, hope I didn't skip anything. If I did, let me know, or if it doesn't work. But for me, it worked fine. Like, it just took a bit of time to set it up, and that's it. Mind that I have a little issue, which I know. It's like, if you're moving, because it has that timer. Sorry, let me mute the music. Since it has that timer, when you're moving, like if you're moving and you reload, it will eject the clip where you were before, so it will not update your position. So if someone has a fix for this, I did try to change it, but it hasn't worked so far. So if someone actually has a fix for this, that would be really cool. But like generally speaking, if you're standing still, crouching and stuff like that, it looks quite natural, to be honest. It looks pretty good, and I think it's a really nice and cute reload animation to have. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Ciao ciao.